Was there a scribal interpolation in the Torah regarding which son, Ishmael or Isaac, Abraham was commanded to sacrifice, as suggested by the celebration of Eid al-Adha, Feast of Sacrifice, in Islam? Some Islamic scholars argue that Eid al-Adha, Feast of Sacrifice, points to a scribal interpolation in the Torah regarding which son Abraham was commanded to sacrifice. Their argument for scribal interpolation is articulated as follows. Islamic tradition holds that it was Ishmael, not Isaac, whom Abraham was commanded to sacrifice. This belief forms the basis for the celebration of Eid al-Adha, Feast of Sacrifice, one of the most important festivals in Islam. Scholars who support this view present several arguments. 1. Primacy of Ishmael. They argue that Ishmael, being Abraham's firstborn son, was the original heir to the covenant, and thus the logical choice for such a significant test of faith. 2. Quranic account. The Quran's narrative of the sacrifice does not explicitly name the son, but contextual evidence and Islamic tradition point to Ishmael. This interpretation stems from the chronological events presented in the Quran, indicating that the promise of Isaac's birth occurred after the narrative of the sacrifice, thereby suggesting that Ishmael was the son mentioned in that context. 3. Historical context. These scholars suggest that ancient Israelite scribes may have altered the original text to emphasize Isaac's role, shifting the focus away from Ishmael to establish a stronger theological foundation for Israelite claims. 4. Geographical inconsistencies. They point out that the biblical account mentions Mount Moriah, while Islamic tradition places the event near Mecca, where Ishmael and Hagar settled. 5. Linguistic analysis. Some argue that careful examination of the original Hebrew text reveals inconsistencies that suggest later editing. If this interpretation is accepted, it would have significant implications. It would challenge the traditional Jewish and Christian understanding of the Abrahamic covenant. It would support the Islamic view of Ishmael as a key figure in the Abrahamic covenant and narrative. It would reinforce the Islamic belief in the Quran as a correction to earlier scriptures, such as the Torah and the Gospel.